Oh, man. Oh. Who has it better than us?
All right, questions.
Nobody.
Over here on the right, Aaron.
Coach, the defense did a phenomenal job today just corralling Khalil Tate, not giving him anywhere to go to get his running game going. Can you talk about what the defense did right against him and how you guys were able to contain him?
Well, I thought, one, having a bye week really helped, and having a kid like Dimitri Birch really helped our football team. I talked all week about how he was emulating Khalil Tate for us, and he really was. I was really nervous going into the game after seeing what he was doing to our defense in practice, and but it really prepared our guys. I heard our guys in the weight room, in the locker room after the game saying Dimitri was tougher to defend than Khalil, But that usually happens when you go out and you practice hard, you practice like a game, and they literally practice like a game against him. And the quarterback normally don't get tackled in practice, but they were so frustrated at times that they tackled Demetrius when they could, and there's a lot of times they couldn't. So I thought they did I thought they were really disciplined, and you had to be against them, and we did a good job of making him give the ball to the running back and not allow him to run with the football, and which no one really did all year long. So we kind of did the opposite from what everybody else did, and it worked for us.
Tony and Royce had big games obviously on the ground. How much do you feel like having Justin back opened up the entire offense for everybody else, the threat of him passing?
It was huge having Herbert back. One reason it was big because we were back to getting explosive plays that this offense thrive on, and those explosive plays are the ones that really help our rushing attack. When we can get a nice pass play down the field and follow it up with runs with the tempo, it always helped our football team, and that's kind of how it was early in the year, and it was good to have Herbert back and execute those plays like we know we're capable of. But whenever you can throw the ball down the field, it always help your running game, especially when you're pretty good at running the football.
Front left, Jared.
Yeah, Coach, how long you had that flea flicker in your back pocket, or is that something new?
No, it's not new. It was just we worked it earlier in the season, and when Herb came back, we said we're going to run it. And I told the guys the other day we're going to run it. We practiced it every single day, and I told them we're going to do it. And when I called it, they all looked at me like I was crazy. But I told them we're going to do it, And but it was good. And really, the guy that reminded me of it was Charles Nelson. I call him my little OC. Hey, Coach, what about rabbit pass? That's what we call it, rabbit pass. And I said, you know what? Perfect timing. And those guys executed perfect. Now, the only thing is, Johnny going to get tackled at the one. Receivers got to know, look, if you get tackled at the one, you're not going to score. That running back's getting that ball the next play. So it's like, come on, man, you got to get in the end zone. He missed a touchdown.
Also on the right.
Willie, were you holding your breath the first time Justin scrambled and took a hit, and then when he popped up from that, were you like, okay, he's fine?
Yeah, I was just hoping that he would slide. We talked all week. Look, we even worked on him practicing sliding. I was just hoping that he would go out there and slide, and he did. And it was good to see him get up and bounce back. He also took a hit on one of the throws. Can't remember which one it was, but he took one, and I was a little worried about that. But he hopped right up, and that was nice to see. So I said, he can take a hit. He's throwing the ball well. So Justin's back.
Coach, it looked like you guys brought a lot of pressure off the edge tonight. How much did that play for you guys in containing Khalil Tate and how elusive he's been all year?
Well, it was good. Let's go back to what I was saying earlier. We just took the ball out of his hand, where teams in the past, they did a little technique, what we call a slow play, where he just sit there on the line of scrimmage, and Khalil just take the ball and run around him. So rather than allow him to do that, we had a guy come off the edge, and his responsibility was to hit Khalil every play. Go and get him and take the ball out of his hand, and that really disrupts some of the things they wanted to do. And I really think our structure of our defense helped eliminate some of the things that they can do on the offense side of the ball, where a lot of teams that played a lot of 4 down, other than Colorado. But even when Colorado played them, they played the same defense, but they didn't take the quarterback. So all week we practice, and you got to be disciplined doing that, because so often you want to go take the running back, and then he'll make you miss. And one time we did, and he got some yardage, but made that correction, and it made the world of a difference.
Nice in front, second row left.
Did having Justin back give the team kind of a sense that when you guys did make mistakes, for instance, when he threw that interception, that they weren't quite as devastating to your guys' kind of future outlook for the rest of the game as maybe in weeks past?
No, I think having Justin back inspired our entire football team to go out and play the way that we were capable of doing. Sort of like Khalil did for their team this year. Having him back got everybody playing at a high level and playing with the confidence that we know we can play with. So I think that's helped more than anything, and then of course it helps those guys mindset wise, where when something goes bad, they don't have to put their head down and feel bad about it. So having him back helped tremendously, not just the offense but the entire football team. And you saw that in practice. Well, you guys didn't get to see it, but we saw it in practice with him coming back. Just the whole practices were different.
Middle Matt.
There were a lot of personal fouls on both sides in that first half. What was your feelings on that? And then what was your message at halftime? I don't think there was one at least on your side.
Well, I just talked to our guys. I told them it's going to be one of those chippy ball games. You can see it, and we needed to get it under control. You probably see me bring the entire football team together on the sideline, and I just told them they got to be tough enough to walk away. Can't get caught up in that. Because we were giving them extra possession off of penalties. We don't get those penalties. Some of those possession and yards that they did get probably they would have got off the field. So we had to be smarter and not play that way. But more importantly, just like I told them, to be tough enough to walk away.
Back right, Hayden.
Willie, you got to 6 wins. What does it mean to you to get this program to a bowl game ahead of the Civil War, knowing you got at least 2 games left now?
It means a lot. It's showing the progress in our football team and headed in the direction that we want to go. It's good for these seniors. It's really important to us that we get bowl eligible for our seniors and let those guys leave here the right way. It's important to me and all of our entire football staff and players that we do it right for them. And I only had one question for Uncle Phil, and that was, do Nike make bowling shoes?
Back to what Matt was talking about, the chippiness of this game. All week there had been kind of talk out of Tucson about them, taking issue with recruiting and whatnot. Did you
issue with recruiting?
Well, the flipping of the players for the last recruiting class. Some players were saying they had beef and they were upset about that. Did you read that and kind of know it might be chippy? Because these guys seem to be able to keep their heads of your players.
Glad we got the right ones, the right recruits. I didn't read that or anything. It was one of those ball games. Both teams wanted to win, and when those things happen, you just got to try to get them under control. And the ref talked to me. He talked to Coach Rich Rod, and like I say, I brought our team up and just. I was doing more to explain and look what we were doing to ourselves. With those penalties. We did a great job. I remember one of those drive 3rd and long. And then we get a personal foul, and they extend the drive there. We can't do that to ourselves, and so stress that a lot with our guys. And like I say, just being tough enough to walk away, that's part of being tough.
On the right.
Yeah, did Justin's availability truly come down to that X-ray last minute, or did you have a pretty good sense that you were going to have him prior to that?
I'm a little disappointed you asked me that. That's saying you don't believe Coach T. I'm moving there. During the bye week, our doctors told us that his bone was healed, and they felt like he still could see a little something in there, and they felt he'll be ready to play. And I wanted to be comfortable. Our trainer wanted to be comfortable, and our trainer kept saying, we don't have to get another X-ray. The doctor says he's good, but Justin's such a special kid, and you just don't want to take any chances. And I know that made me feel a lot more comfortable with him going out there and playing by getting another X-ray and it's showing, giving him another week to drink the milk. Showed that he was ready to go.
Right middle, Bree.
I'm curious about the turnover chain. Was this the first game that you used that, and is that something you're going to continue to do?
We had a turnover chain?
Uh-huh.
We did?
Mm-hmm.
Someone ended up with a chain on their neck.
There was a chain around someone's neck.
We need a touchdown chain. We need to call it the touchdown chain. Everybody score a touchdown. I didn't. No.
Okay, so it's probably not going to continue.
No, we can't do what Miami is doing.
That's what I said.
Come on, we're Oregon and Nike. You know, we the innovators. We got to come up with something different than that.
All right.
We will. Don't know what, but we will.
That answered my question.
All right.
All right, Ryan. Second row.
Hey, Coach, right here. So, Kanai didn't play tonight. Was that particularly matchup? Maybe Brooks was a better matchup with Arizona, or why didn't Kanai play?
Kanai, if you remember in the Washington game, he got his ankle rolled up in that game, and he didn't practice much this week. So I know in pregame he was running a lot better, so he's getting better. I see Kanai being ready for next week's game for sure, but we didn't feel the need to put him out there when he wasn't 100%.
There was a report, I believe, on ESPN saying that you're unhappy at Oregon and you're looking to leave. Can you address that?
Do I look unhappy?
Not tonight, no.
I'm not addressing any more rumors. You might have to ask that guy, whoever put that rumor out there. I'm tired of answering those. I answered that before. But do I look unhappy?
Not tonight.
Do I ever look unhappy? I think you always see a good smile, don't you?
You do. You smile well.
Absolutely. Winning is living, baby. I'm happy.
Right here, Ryan. Second row.
Willie, obviously this season's had some extreme highs and lows. What did you learn about your team over the last 5 weeks that can help them finish strong now that Justin's back?
Well, I got a group of young men that believe in each other and that care about each other. And I think we saw that throughout the season. We could have easily folded when we were going through the little bumps along the road. Our football team could have easily just went the other way, but by those guys being so close with one another and caring about one another, it helped us get through, you know, and I think all the meals and things we did in the off season really paid off of all of us coming together. And so when things got tough, we could have listened to all the negative stuff and just folded, and our guys didn't do that. They believed in the plan, they stuck with the plan, and they did so much work early in the season that, like I said earlier, that they had something to play for, and I think that meant something to our guys. But these guys truly care about each other, and it's great to see because it wasn't that way when I first got here, but it's those things are starting to pay off, and when our guys are having fun and chest bumping and all, they show the joy of playing like it's a gift to their teammates.
Last question on the right, Jonathan.
Willie Royce became the all-time rushing touchdowns leader here at Oregon. He hadn't found the end zone in a couple weeks. How good was it to see him getting the end zone 4 times tonight? And was that by design as you guys got closer to, just feed Royce, like you say?
Every time we hand it off to Royce, we expect a touchdown. No, but it was great. Royce, he's a war daddy. You guys know what a war daddy is, right? He's everything to his football team, and I told Royce afterwards how proud I was of him and how much I appreciate him, because I know one thing he wanted to do, and a big reason for him to come back is to make sure that this program was going back in the right direction, and he can say that now and be so appreciative of him coming back. The things that he wanted to do, he's doing it for his football team now. And I mean, you're talking about a kid he's not 100%, but he goes out there every game and play through pain. And again, that's all for the love of the University of Oregon. And he really appreciates what this school has done for him. And again, you wish you had a team full of Royce Freeman on it.
Thank you, Coach.
All righty.
Books.